down to earth, and not letting the ego, as you said, get to your head. How do you deal with people, just in general, who judge you based on your appearance, but don't really give you any real credibility or real respect for your work ethic, for your heart? How do you navigate through that?
It sucks, but it's okay. I'm way too understanding, but it's just, I feel like people identify people with what they want to identify with. And it's so funny because I feel like people try to put people in boxes, I'm trying to figure you out. I'm trying to put you in a box. I'm trying to know how you are and who you are, but I don't fit in any box. People shouldn't fit in any box. So I feel like when people can't place you in a box and put you how they want to put you, then that's when they're just like, I don't like you because I just don't know what you are, who you are, what you're about, and I can't figure you out, so therefore I'm judging you. And that just comes with projections, and people tend to project a lot. I just think it's very important for people not to dim themselves and just be a little less, just because it's making them uncomfortable. And at the end of the day, it's like, who are you here for? Are you here for them, or are you here for you? Really ask yourself that. And I just like I told you, I just like being my best so that I can help other people be their best. Oh, Lisa, that's my Lisa. Lisa's my girl. Yeah, I can talk about Lisa. Lisa really is my soulmate.
So you said something tonight to me earlier before we got on this that I want to thank you for, because it was extremely touching. But you had said, that I really see you. I want you to find what you meant by that.
Just because all right, so sorry, I don't like these notifications. Okay. Just because everybody, I was already telling you, everybody sees me, everybody sees what it is, but few people actually see me. Few people actually see me, see me for who I am, see what I can be, and see just what I see in me, and I feel like I have that with you, and I appreciate it so much that you're able to see what I see and see what I can be, and for us to just kind of look at it from the way that we're able to look at it from, and have that different perspective that I can't have with anybody else. I can't share and talk the way that we do with other people, because they just don't get it. They don't see it. They're just they see it, but they don't see it. You don't see it. You don't know what it is. You don't know what this can be, really, silly goose. You don't know. So
but explain what you mean by the differences, in the people that you've dealt with before compared to me, and in that retrospect.
Because I feel like people have limited perceptions, and like I said, I think it just goes based to seeing the material but not seeing the substance. And I think you see the substance and the material. So that's where that comes from. But
I lost your voice there.
Sorry, low battery.
Yeah.
But
you want to plug your charger in so this is not?
Oh.
Grab your charger and plug it in.
No.
Huh?
Nee.
Yeah, go grab it. Go grab it. Oh wait, your phone. No. I don't want your phone to die. I don't want your phone to die.
It's not gonna die. It's okay. I promise you. I'll charge it when it's needed, but I feel like I'm okay.
Okay. But, for you, as I said, we live in such a judgmental society that women are a lot of times, of course, and men go through it too. I go through it in a sense where you're put in a box where people who don't know you, especially when it comes to social media, and the first thing they see is what they see, but they don't actually take the time to get to know someone's soul, someone's heart, someone's personality, and they're easily influenced, what I find, by other people's petty opinions of someone that doesn't even actually know. For example, someone could say, I don't like Gabrielle. They've never talked to you. They've never met you. They never spoke to you. But because some hating ass bitch don't like you, they
Right.
project that per se of, or they see you on social media and they assume, you know, number one, that you are who you are because of your presence online, without actually realizing like what you
Right.
put out online as a model, what you put out online in a sense in your art, in your work, in your as an athlete, that's one half of you, but it's not
Correct.
the core of you. So like when you say, for example,
Exactly.
like I saw you, why do you feel that other people don't see you the way that I saw you?
I think it comes with I mean, everything is perspective. I feel like people can choose not to see it, even though you do.
And guys,
I
if you have
feel
guys, if you have a question, you can drop it below. I will, if you want to actually jump in on this conversation, I will take 2 callers into the live if you want. Just send me a message, and I will bring you guys in. But continue.
I feel like it's just perspective and perception. Like I feel like I myself, I'm not a hater. Like I'm not. Like if I see someone, man, woman, whatever, like I see you, I see all, and I do. Like I follow people that I see, and I fully see them. I really do, and it's cool because it's like I'm building myself. I see you building yourself. Like I'm going, like I see you, like I see all of you, and I really do, and I love to see it. You know, but that's because it's my perspective. But some people just don't have that awareness or that perspective to see other people in that light, you know, and they don't want to see it because it might reflect onto them what they're not seeing in themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like that type of thing. It really just depends on the individual, on their ego, how healed they are, their perspective. Like it honestly just varies from person to person. But I love to see people, and I love when they see me, not just look at me, but see me and embrace me for who I am, not what I look like. And you know, I don't want to identify with anything externally because that's not my reality. My reality is all based off my inner world and the inner work that I do. And, you know, who I become is really from the inside out. So obviously, I would prefer to be seen rather than looked at.
Mm-hmm.
But people typically just look at the material, which I get. But, you know, you
So
understand.
what made you, when you reached out, what made you want to connect? How did you feel like how did you know our energies would gravitate?
Well, we started talking like crazy right away. What do you mean? Like, I literally said, yo, what's good? I like to talk. I don't like to text. Let me express myself. And you're like, me too. I do the same thing all the time. I'm like, okay, you a Gemini or what? Yeah, I'm a Gemini. I'm a Libra. What's good? Like, we were like this. So,
no,
can't hide that.
I'm glad to connect with you. I think you're a beautiful soul. I think that, you know, there's very few people I know in my world that get me, that understand me. So I know what that's like, you know,
Yeah.
because when you're an artist and you are, as you say, different or eccentric, people have a tendency, as I said, to try to judge you based on that. And to me, it's like, I embrace it. Like, I like being different. I wasn't here and born to blend in.
Ooh, Libra sun. Nice. I'm a Cancer rising and I'm a Scorpio moon. So
I'm a Gemini. Mine's in 3 days.
Aww.
Yeah. So, but like for me, as I said, it's like I believe that there's so many people that are always trying to fit in to the society that is really the wrong society. And I feel that, like, you know, and I said this many times, it didn't take coronavirus for people to start wearing masks. I think a lot of people have been masking themselves throughout their whole life. And, you know, now with coronavirus, we're really forced to see people because we didn't really do the virtual shit the way we're doing on such a massive way until Corona happened. Like people started doing podcasts and doing all these things and stuff like that just to stay connected to human connection. And that's when people sort of realize at the end of the day, like the most valuable thing that we take for granted in life is the relationships that we build with people through real communication. And I think that's why like me and you connected, because it was like fuck this virtual shit.
Right.
You want to know me? Pick up the fucking phone and let's chat.
Make me some time.
Exactly. And people, I mean, I've lost so many people. I just lost 2 people over the last 2 weeks, as you know. And the one thing that annoys me about funerals and life, people were like, you know, will sit there and say, when someone dies, I wish I had more time. I wish I had more time. And I was like, bullshit. You had the time. You just chose to prioritize what you thought was important in your time, not realizing that every minute from the day that we're born, we're one step closer to death. We're dying.
Really,
the minute we're
death
born.
is the only thing that we're promised in life. Like, you're gonna die, my love, no matter whether you like it or not. So what are you gonna do with your life?
And that's the thing, is that too many people go through life thinking that they have all this time in the world. They have, you know, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, I'm gonna do it today. And that's why I say to people, whether it comes to blending in the business as a model, as an actress, as a performer, you can blend in and play it safe, but then what really impact are you making? Or you can be different, stand out, and have people remember you. Because it's like, nobody cares about really what you do now. It's about what you do in the sense, number one, you know, after you're gone, the impact that you leave, the people that will talk about you and say, like, we look at all our heroes that have died over the years, you know, and we're still talking about them. Because they've made impact on people's lives. So for you, like, what is, you know, would you say, and again, being at a young age, is a thing that you want to be mostly remembered by? If your day was to happen today and you were, God forbid, but if you were to go, what would you want to be remembered by?
Okay, I want to answer that, but before I answer that, I want to answer a few people that were asking questions. I want to answer Christian.
Okay.
Christian said, I know how you start your day off is just as crucial, if not more, to how you end your day. How do you begin your day, and through what lens do you evaluate your life? So I'm very big on that. Like, I'm very big on how I have my morning routine. I definitely, before I start anything, regardless of what my day looks like, I do make sure to just ground myself in, like, I meditate every day. Like, I've been able to develop that habit of meditation. I've been able to develop my time with God. Like, I wake up in the morning, I'm like, good morning, God. Like, let's go crazy today. Like, let's go. Like, I'm very in tune with literally the divine. So I program my mindset for discipline. I listen to a lot of personal development talks, Les Brown, Jim Rohn, Eric Thomas. I really am about programming my mindset into the direction that I want it to go. So I do feed my mind with positivity, affirmations. I journal a lot. I talk about what would make my day successful and make sure I execute everything and express whatever I need to express to myself and write it down. Journaling is really good. I would definitely, especially if you overthink a lot, and especially if you don't want to meditate. Like, it's a form of meditation. And I definitely start my day off this way, and it sets me up pretty well. And then I go train, which I love to go train. So I'm pretty good state just because I make sure I'm in a good state. As for where do I see myself
Hold on,
5 years from now?
hold
5
on.
years from now.
Hold on, I'm gonna take that caller in. Hold on a second. So within fitness, I'm gonna, you got 2 minutes to ask your question. Hold on.
So do I answer my question or no?
No, you'll answer when I connect them in. Hold on.
Do I answer my question or no?
He declined. Okay, so your question's not getting answered. Who's got a question? You can drop it out and take a question in now. You're trying to jump in the room. Okay, hold on. You got 1 minute, bro, to ask a question. Hold on.
Lisa. Oh, but he asked, what do I see myself being in 5 years from now? I would love to be big in the fitness industry. I would want to be singing by then, speaking. I eventually do want to have like my own line of clothing, my own like protein line, my own pre-workout line. I do want to have my own gyms. I would call it GM, which are my initials without the Y. And I would want to be representing a lot of brands. every brand just because I don't see anybody who's doing that. So I want to do that. I want to represent everything. I want to be my own brand, have my own brand, be the CEO of my own company. I want to do everything. So
Hold on a second. Next question.
We'll see.
Hold on.
Chocolate chip cookies. Today is Chocolate Chip Cookie National Day. To all the cookies out there, because it's National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. You don't understand.
I'm letting somebody into the room here. You guys can ask your question if you jump on. You
Chocolate chip cookies for sure.
Quick
For
select.
sure. What?
Hold on. I'm waiting to see if the person connects. You got to pick up, man. It's your chance to shoot your shot and ask your question.
Chill out there, man.
Okay, you lose your shot. Hold on. Where's your girl Lisa? Hold on.
Lisa. Manifestation of spirituality. Ooh. You love to see it.
Hey! I don't know. Let's just talk. I'm here with my family. Just supporting. You know, I love Gabby. This is literally my soulmate.
What's your name? What's your name,
question
hon?
about me.
And where are you from,
Any question
Lisa?
about me.
And where are you from, Lisa?
Victorville.
Okay.
I live like 10 minutes from her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We were at the gym today.
Yeah.
No, you can ask her any question about me and my success, and she'll answer you just as good as I would.
So Lisa, tell me what in three words, what would you best describe Gabby?
Expression. Like literally God's expression, even though that's 2 words. And then I don't know, that's really hard because she's literally like everything.
Goddess.
My sister said goddess. I would say discipline and like passion. Drive. Oh, just like perfection.
Say all the words.
Like literally like every good thing A through Z. Like I couldn't. Just 3 that's too little.
Okay, so what would you say the negative is? 3 negatives about it.
I don't know. There's literally the only negative thing would be like not resting enough, but like she's just a grinder. That's it.
There's not enough grinders in the world, man. I think that's the
She
one
goes
thing.
nonstop. I think her biggest flaw, if anything, is not knowing when to rest.
Yeah.
Or like denying her rest.
But this is a thing that people who like I've been in the entertainment business for 26 years. I've done everything. And what I try to explain to clients and people, number one, is that like when you're doing this shit at the highest level possible, if you want to do this as a profession, there's 3 things you're going to sacrifice: sleep, health, and friends. Because when you're doing what you need to be doing to get to the next level, you're always going to be going like this. And sleep is always going to come second. And that's where, for people, a lot of times they make the understanding of the people that actually make it, that actually like do something progressful in the business. They realize, you know what, like sleep, I can sleep when I'm dead. Like I can sleep when I'm dead because you only get one life. You only get one opportunity to actually do what you want to do. What's so funny?
What?
What's so funny?
Huh? My uncle
Oh,
went by and it was just awkward.
it's all good. Listen, man, you got to do what you got to do. But I mean, but that's the thing with that. But that to me is what I love about Gabby is her work ethic, her grind. It's the one thing that to me that it separates her from a lot of, especially women in this era, where a lot of women will just get by on their looks, and they're happy with that. They're content with that. They're content with, you know, using men for whatever reason. And then there's the other ones that actually put the work in and do it themselves, and especially try to define their own path of like, I'm not going to be defined by my looks. I'm not going to be defined by my physical appearance. Gabby, for you, when did you realize you were that type of person? You were that different individual that you, even though you could close by your looks, what makes you stay grounded?
Honestly, it's funny because you told me this before, like that I'm that, and I don't even realize I'm that. I feel like that's how I was growing up. Like I didn't look at myself as like the baddest in the world. Like I really didn't see myself like that. Like I was really just always working hard. Like that's what I identify with. Like that's what I am. So it wasn't until like, you start realizing who you are in all aspects where you're like, oh, okay, I'm a little bit that too. But I never identified with that. Like I really never did. I was very actually insecure growing up, actually. So it's funny how people can think you're all confident, think you're all that, when in reality you do have insecurities. So like I said, I feel like I found my confidence in just my work ethic. So therefore, I identify with that one.
Well, Lisa, I got to take another caller in, but I want to thank you for hopping on.
Thank you.
I love you.
Bye, Gabrielle. I love your body.
I love you so much. That's my girl. Like, really my dog for life.
But for you,
Very
like,
blessed with her.
what is your biggest regret in life today for you?
My biggest regret?
Mhm.
Biggest regret. I don't have any regrets. I feel like everything that has happened in my life has happened for a reason, whether I wanted it to go that way or didn't. Like everything is in such a divine order and in such a higher grand scale of things that having regret, why? Why would you have regret when you are who you are because of everything that has happened in your life? So I don't have any regret, at least not yet. I don't know if I will. I hope I won't, but I don't have any regret in my life.
Do you find
built the way that I'm built.
do you find that, and this happens, I mean, to a lot of women that I know that are like you, do you find that your grind, your grit, your work ethic, your presence, your strength intimidates men?
Yeah, definitely. That's why I'm like, I have to be like, you can't handle me. Stop. And when they, I tell them that when they try hitting at me, like, you're gonna fall in love with me, silly. Like, we can't just go out for coffee and you not want to marry me. Like, it's not how this works. It's not how this works. What do you mean you want to take me out for coffee? Like, silly. Like, you know who this is. Like, it's not gonna go the way that you want it to go. So let me just tell you, no.
But do you feel women? Do you feel women? Because obviously with men, there's so much ego that goes behind it, where there's always this thing that men feel that they've got to be the one. Because I'm sure, like for example, you hear guys that will say, "Let me take care of you. Let me take care of you." And I always say,